friends, Lorien Witch here with your monthly tarot card reading for your individual sign. This will be a brief snapshot of what's to come for most of you in your sun sign. It's also applicable for your rising sign and your moon sign. So watch those videos if you'd like a fuller picture of what seems to be coming up for you this month. I have picked up on messages the cards wish to give me for those who need to hear it. Now, it doesn't matter if you don't feel that you have a resonance with the messages, that's absolutely fine. Perhaps the messages this month don't really apply to you, or you could in fact look back on the month and actually see that they did have a purpose there. So whatever you feel like in these messages, don't worry. I do hope it does resonate with a fair few of you. It seems like it's going to be a majority for this month. And if you'd like me to look at something more in depth with you, please feel free to get in touch. You can book and purchase a personal reading with me on both my website and through Etsy. As usual, thank you so much for your kind comments, for your sharing, subscribing, and also your emails as well. I've met a lot of you through Facebook and Twitter, in addition to YouTube, and this really makes me happy connecting with you all. So I just wanted to let you know I am so glad that I'm able to connect with you this way, and that a lot of you do feel a resonance with the readings that I do for you. So without further ado, let's have a look at your sign's monthly reading. Hello lovely Virgos, thank you very much for tuning into your September reading for 2015. We have a different deck today. It's the Chrysalis Tarot by Holly Sierra and Tony Brooks, and we have also the Earth Magic Oracle cards by Stephen Farmer. I did change up the tarot deck because the Chrysalis Tarot is something that I've wanted to take a look at for quite a while, and it's been drawing me in lately when I've been doing a few readings. Certainly for the last few days it's asking to come out and play, so I thought we'd get to know it together. And also it requires me to be a bit more intuitive because it's only got a little white book really at the side, so I don't know, it's a little bit different take on the traditional tarot, so it's going to be incredibly interesting to see what comes up for you, Virgo. Actually, when I was doing these cards, I wanted to be a Virgo. I really did. I was going wow every time I did a card, because two of my best friends are Virgo, and I know the struggles that they are going through. They live on opposite sides of the world, but I know what they're going through, and this is it's almost like it would be music to their ears. So for A and K, have a look at this, to be honest, because you've got the Nine of Mirrors, which is normally the Nine of Cups in traditional tarot, and this is normally the Wish card. This is joy. This is peace, balance, purification, harmony. This is special attention to the rest of the deck here, for the rest of the cards that you've drawn, because it's almost like saying this is a very strong time for you energetically. So if you take a look, you've got the Sorceress, the High Priestess, mixing things. You've got the Ravens, the Magician. I mean, look, you've got the Ravens in two cards because they're aside each other. And actually, this is not the first time in the last 2 days that these cards, the Sorceress and the Magician, have appeared in the different deck, but in the same process. Now, this isn't saying that you're going to take a step back in the middle of the month, but it does indicate, at least to me, that you are going to have a shift. So you're going to start the beginning of September with a lot of almost energy being removed from you. You're going to have help. You're going to have a sense of refreshment. There's a lot of purification coming through here. There's a lot of shedding any old energy that's been making you feel a bit off. The emotions are going to be feeling on a high. The energies coming through are very feminine, so even if you are a male listening to this, you should be feeling slightly heightened intuition so that you can understand these situations you found yourself in October a little bit better. Now, you've got the Sorceress here as well in the second week of September. I keep wondering where we are. And this is going to be, I would say, the signal of something a lot deeper for you. I mean, this is going to be the intuition at a high point. basically. She is going to be helping you with challenging encounters. She is going to be transforming you. She's going to be using almost like the raindrops that you can see in Nine of Mirrors in the potion, so you can use the purifying energies of that first week in whatever you choose to create for yourself in the second. So anything that you can see, physical form, you can see people having arguments, you can see issues at work, you will then be able to understand the underlying reasons for that. You're going to be, well, I would say you're going to be taking a leaf out of the Scorpio and the Pisces, the two most psychic signs of the zodiac. You're going to be really on point with what's actually happening here. And especially if you've got Scorpio moon rising, Pisces moon rising, you are going to be very alert when it comes to your third eye. So I would say that the ravens here, they seem to be just coming to have a look at what's going on. So this is going to be synchronicity, coincidences, things that happen to point you on the right track. So you're going to be thinking, well, I don't know whether I'm not sure whether, I want to go there. I'm not sure about that. You're not going to be in any doubt in this week, because you're going to notice a lot of signs coming through, a lot of pushing from other people. You can resist that, but I think sometimes they are pushing you for the right reasons. And don't catch the lazy from other people. Do not catch the I can't be bothered, or the it's too much effort, or it's if you feel like, oh, anything for an easy, quiet life. No. I mean, before I would say that this is your choice. You can decide whether you want to go on a normal path, easy path, or whether you'd like to go on the more challenging and rewarding path. And if you'd have chosen the easier one before, I would have said, that's fine. But this time, no. You've got so much energy coming at you in September. You've got a transformational opportunity here. And if you pass that up, you're going to be coasting on the same thing for several years to come, and that's not something that you want. You want something a little bit better. I think you have such a potential here with the synchronicities that's coming up here, the messages. There's also a sense that you may find that the full moon in September gives you so much insight. There's something big that happens around the full moon. It'd be interesting to know when that is, but certainly in the ravens in the third week, this, I believe, is taking care to catch these magic moments and pay them heed and thank the people around you for giving them. Again, two cards in the middle is synchronicity. Don't let things pass by unnoticed. You're entering a new cycle of your life, which is going to be swamping you with opportunity. So if you wanted to be proactive in a certain area of your life, now's the time to do it. If you wanted to change a situation, now's the time to do it. If you want to alter the perspective that you have, now is the time to do it, because the fourth week of September, this is something that you can really use to utilize your hopes. This is something that you can basically give to other people. Well, I actually think that this is somebody presenting you with an option. They're saying, why ask for the moon when you can have the stars, or something like that. Or if you shoot for the moon, you'll still land among the stars. So you might not get exactly everything that you wanted, but you will see some sign of the imagery of something around what you want. It's all right saying, I want to work for this company, and I want to have this much money, and I want to have this house. Okay, what if you didn't have that? What if you had something else that would actually lead you to something much better than your original ideas, but there was no inkling as to what that thing that would be better would be? Would you still take that risk, and would you decide, I'm going to see how it goes? Or would you say, nope, if I'm not getting the house, if I'm not working for that company, if I'm not having this much money, I don't want to know? It's about being open. It's about unlocking the box of potential within you. There are brighter days coming. It's a promise. You know, don't despair if you have misfortunes in September. Don't worry about the impact of your choices on other people, because the other people will move on eventually anyway. So visualize your destiny and the things that you want. The choices you make today will determine your future. September is such a big karmic month. It's moving from Saturn is moving from Scorpio into Sagittarius, and this seems to be kicking off something very big in your life. Now, just to have a look at what this would be, I'm not actually sure what house it's going to be in. I didn't have those notes to hand. However, it's going to be a considerable inner working time. It's going to be looking back on where you came from, so that when the Saturn begins to transit through I think it's your 4th or your 5th house, you're ready to actually embark on some important work for you personally, not for other people. You are the house of service, but now it's time for you to step out and face your destiny on your own. This can be moving house, this can be moving across the world, this can be just going on your own path and breaking away from something that you felt was going to be there forever or for the long term. Whatever it is, you're now starting to make those changes. You're prepping this. This can be a long-term preparation. However, you shouldn't be put off by that, because you have the rainbow card here. It's the theme of the month. And the rainbow is so lovely because it says blessings. Who doesn't want blessings in their life? In whatever form that they come. I think it's such a lovely thing to have. And I do believe that this is a collaboration between something or understanding, because you don't get a rainbow without the rain and the sunshine. So this is almost like making your peace with you have to have something bad to get something new. I mean, rain's not necessarily bad, but it can be cold and it can be, dampen a day out. But it's almost like you can make it work for you. I'm getting a bit frustrated. Not, it's maybe it's my, Latin heritage giving me a bit of frustration here. But this is no time to be namby-pamby. Don't dilly-dally. Don't, you're not supposed to be a service to everybody all the time, 100%. This is also my Scorpio lone wolf thing coming in. You have the potential to be on your own. You have the potential to find out who you are on your own. You have the potential to create something that you've wanted to create for a long time. This is a chance now to start looking at the bigger picture, which is the 10 years down the line. This is the even 5 years down the line. Do you realistically see yourself with the people around you? Do you realistically see yourself in the same country, in the same house? If so, wonderful. If not, do something about it. Because there's change coming, there's change being offered to you. If you're not happy where you are, if it's not what you've always wanted to do something about it and change it. You're not stuck. You're not in the mud. You have the energy, you have the universe coming at you with these cards saying, allow us to help you. Finances though, Lorian, I can't move. Well, it's this, I can't sacrifice, this. It's fine. Ask the universe to help you. And if it doesn't give you what you want, then you're not asking for the right thing. There are other ways to go about this. So that's my rant over. Virgos, you have my absolute love and adoration. I do love Virgos. I get a lot of Virgos for readings, and I just feel like I should be one in some cases. But the fact is, I am cursed with being a Scorpio of very deep, intense emotions, and this comes out as my inner life guide thingy, and it's telling me now for you to look at this reading, look at the positivity of these cards, look at the beautiful things that can come to you in September. What are you going to do about that? So look at the messages and look at the synchronicities that start happening in your life. If you'd like any help or answering a personal question, just order a reading from me from my personal website or Etsy, and I'll be in touch with you. Otherwise, keep a lookout for the messages that come through in September and get the inner fire going. And I look forward to reading for you in October. Do take care of yourself.